Hi everybody, this is Gary. I'm just making a video here today because a lot of you have been writing me, and I've been getting emails about the Salt Sea protocol, and everybody wants to know, well, okay, so you explained how all this works, and I see that you're on it, but how do I get started? How do I mix it up, and how do I take it? Again, that's the reason why I'm making this video. And actually, before I get into that, I just want to kind of give you an update of what's going on with me. I'm really starting to see a turnaround like the last 4 days, I'd say. Yesterday was like absolutely amazing. I was out for like 4 hours running errands and taking care of things. Haven't been able to do that in like months. I had been with the Salt Sea. What happened when I restart? Okay, let me back up. I did 9 months of IV antibiotics with a Lyme doctor. I still have the PICC line in, as you can see, and my dressing's falling off, so I have to change that today. But I'm leaving the PICC line in, and I'm gonna have like another video like where it comes out, and I'll make that probably very soon. I kind of left it in as like a backup in case I had to go back on IV antibiotics, but I'm seeing more improvement now off the antibiotics on the Salt Sea protocol and some other things I'm doing, and so I think I'm really headed in the right direction, and I hope that those of you that are considering getting on the protocol will at least give it a try at a low dose for at least a few weeks, and I think you'll really see the benefits and rewards. What I found with the IV antibiotics is I felt more toxic on the drugs because the drugs themselves are toxic to begin with, and when you put them inside you, you're just creating more toxins. I think it's just too much overload. I think that's one of the problems. The other problems is I think even though these Lyme doctors, they mean well, they don't necessarily know what co-infection they're treating. So I can tell you that the Rocephin sure as heck didn't do too much for me, even though I was able to tolerate it. I did not feel functional at all. I didn't feel like I was really killing anything, and just sick on the IV antibiotics. And what I'm finding on the support forums, whether it be LymeNet, Facebook, or what have you, is that everybody's doing IV antibiotics or oral antibiotics. They're saying how sick they are and how they're relapsing. They feel a little better, they get worse. It's just, I don't know, to me it's crazy. And again, these doctors, they mean well, but I just don't think they know what they're treating with a lot of people. And the other problem is that they may have the right drug, but they're putting people on too high of a dose because the bacterial load is just too high, and you just start killing off way too much. So the same thing can happen with the Salt Sea, and that's why you got to start low and slow, pace not race. These are the things that people are talking. Now, I will tell you that when I had been on this before, I was doing 6 grams before I got on the IV antibiotics, and I was actually making progress. The only reason I switched over to IV was because I got on Medicare, and I'm an RN, so Western medicine was what I knew, and I felt like, wow, I found this doctor that takes Medicare, which is very rare for a Lyme doctor, and I put all my eggs in that basket and aborted the Salt Sea. And since then, like I said, I just got worse, sicker, and now I'm doing so much better. So I really wanted to make this video so I could show you guys how to do the Salt Sea, and also not to make the same mistake I did, because I thought I could just go right back up to 5-6 grams like I was right before I started with the Lyme doctor. Well, that was not the case. I ramped up to 5 grams of the salt and the sea very quick. I stayed on it for like a month like that, and I was just torturing myself with toxins. I was doing coffee enemas like twice a day. I was in that bathtub 2-3 times a day just trying to keep warm, because I was just freezing cold down to the bone, malaise like you would not believe, crying like a 2-year-old over nothing, had no source. My anxiety was through the wall, through the roof. My central nervous system was going crazy. Stiff neck, aching, felt like I'm bouncing up and down, and I actually still have that one. It's just actually not as bad. And the other thing is, I think you should check your tongues, because if you have white coating on your tongue, you got candida. And I was trying to tell that to my doctor for a long time, and he said no, no, no. But I've been taking virgin coconut oil, which is antifungal, anti-parasitic, and antibacterial. And since I've been taking that, this whole crying crap has just completely gone out the window. My mood is actually getting much, much better. And I think that's contributing overall to addressing this candida problem. I've also changed my diet. I'm doing just lots of fruits and vegetables and smoothies. Completely cut out sugar from my diet, and so that's another good thing that I'm doing. And I'm really not detoxing as much as I was. I haven't done a coffee enema in 3 days now. Haven't had to take an Epsom salt bath, and I probably am going to do a coffee enema today, though. I'm starting to feel a little toxic, but I've added a few things, and I'm on the parastory herbs, which are very, very powerful. They got wormwood, grapefruit seed extract in it, and a bunch of other stuff that will kill off the Lyme parasites, what have you. And I'm waiting on some French green clay to get here. So back to the Salt Sea, and the reason I'm making this, I just wanted to continue with my story. At 5 grams, I was such a mess. I took off for 7 days and did absolutely nothing. Tried to give my body a rest, detox, and I started back at 3 grams. Well, a week into 3 grams, I was like starting to feel like I did on 5 grams again. And so I took off another 3 days, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to start back at 1 gram. I cut the herbs back to just taking it once a day, where I had been taking double dose twice a day of the herbs before. So I really started back and did this pace not race thing, and more is not better. So back to 1 gram I went, and from there, from where I am now, I'm actually ready to go to 2 grams, I believe. So I'll probably be doing that either tomorrow or the next day. But I don't want to push it because I'm doing good now. So I don't want to get back into that, killing myself mode. So my recommendation is that you start off with 1 gram. There's really nothing set in stone about this protocol, about where to start, because you have to find your own dose. But if you start low, you're not going to get into trouble like I did. And so, after a week, if you're doing well, then go to 2 grams. And on 2 grams, you might want to stay there for 10, 12 days. And just keep a log on your computer or some kind of journaling, so that you know what's getting better, what's worse, and always, always, always keep going, doing detox. Drink tons of water. This is a 700cc bottle I got from Walmart for a few dollars, and this is what I use. And I mix the salt and the sea up in here together, and once it's gone, I continue drinking water throughout the day. It's very, very important. You just don't want to drink it and be done with your water for the day. Just keep going with the water. You're not going to flush out the salt. It's getting into the cells where it needs to go, and into the synovial fluid and all throughout the body, because we are made pretty much of salt and water. So anyway, here's the ester C with bioflavonoids, buffered, non-acidic, powder form is the best way to go. The salt, Himalayan sea salt. This is not refined table salt. You don't want to do refined table salt. You'll run into trouble there. The good thing about mixing it in the water is it's not going to be sitting in your stomach and causing irritation, because both of these, people are telling me they're taking salt tablets and they can't tolerate it. Well, I guess not when you stick some salt in your stomach and it's just sitting, waiting to be absorbed and broken down. And the same thing goes with the C. These come in pill also, but if you're going to let these things sit in your stomach, you're going to run into problems. So the best way is just to dilute it in the water and then drink it down. Now, this is already mixed up. I'm getting ready to start, but a 1/4 teaspoon is equal to a little bit over 1 gram, but that's what you want to do. Is a 1/4 teaspoon is actually 1 1/4 gram, and I got these little measuring devices from a dollar store, and this is what I use. And what I do actually when I'm on the lower doses is I actually do 1 gram of salt and 2 grams of C. But as you ramp up, you really, like when you get to 5, you want to be doing 5 and 5, not 5 and 10. But I just, at the lower doses, I feel like I need more of the antioxidant effect and the immune boosting that I'm getting from the C. So again, that's all you do is you just throw it in the container, mix it up, and shake up your bottle and drink away. And you don't want to just like down it over 5 minutes. Just sip on it over like 30 to 45 minutes, and you know, pretend it's a drink. And you'll actually start craving more water because of the salt content. It's kind of like the pretzels and beer nuts in a bar, you know, kind of make you want that beer kind of thing. Well, that's the same thing that's going to happen from this. So I will be having a ceremony video of the removal of my PICC line at some point in the very near future. So I hope you're all faring well. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or please join the support forum at http://saltc. Actually, it's http://saltc.proboards.com, and that's the new SaltC forum I started, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people joining there, and everybody can share their experiences and have their questions answered. Otherwise, take care, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.